really bright, I can't really see. But good morning, everyone. Hello and welcome back to our channel. What time is it? It is 10:41 a.m. Kailah and I just finished our little morning routine and we had a little bit of time to kill before her nap. So I'm just gonna take her on like a quick little 20-minute walk in her new ride. I'll give you guys a little peep at her new wheels here. Oh hey, didn't see you there. Just kidding. Kailah, can you say hi? This is Kailah's new ride, you guys. I found it on like a Facebook ad, and usually I've been scammed from buying off Facebook ads, but I was like, this thing looks too legit to be a scam, so I ordered it. It arrived in like 2 days and exactly as advertised. This brand, I think it's on the front, I don't know how to pronounce it, maybe ASOM. It's like A-O-S-O-M. It's like a 2-in-1 bike trailer and jogging stroller. So this wheel here, you put it on if you want to use it as a stroller, but if not, then you can easily take it off. And then the bike hitch is folded underneath. And then it even has a little flag. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh my god, I just broke it. It has a little flag. So I was thinking of printing off a picture of Kailah's face and putting it on the flag so everyone can see us coming. But yeah, we are just going to bring you guys along with us on our little morning stroll. I'm not sure if you could see her, but she's so funny. She's like, what the heck are we doing, Mom? I think she thinks I'm crazy. Hey, Kailah? Can you see everyone? How do you feel about your new stroller? She's currently reading her book called Colors. She got some Cheerios, and then in the cup holder, she's got her little water bottle there. But she's just so confused. Oh my god, and we're kind of wearing matching outfits. She's in her little Adidas sneakers again, but she's in a Champions outfit of like bike shorts and a white shirt. I am also in bike shorts and a white jacket thing. And then I'm wearing this like black tank top. It looks like the Lululemon Align tank top, but I got it off Amazon for like $12. Would highly recommend. It's really good quality, same exact thing. It's like padded and everything. And yeah, love Amazon dupes. But those are our fits of the day with my little dirty New Balance sneakers. Let's put your little tent back on. There we go. I don't think I showed you guys, I got my nails done the other day. And I kind of regret it now because I was so used to having short nails for so long, but I got them long. I apologize in advance if there's a smudge on the lens at all this whole time I was filming. I kind of just realized because I couldn't really see it in the sun. But I just realized that I didn't even tell you guys what I'll be filming. I just kind of started rambling. So in today's video, I'll be doing my sleep training video finally. I'll be sharing some tips and tricks on how to sleep train your baby and hopefully allow for the most quick success with it. I will basically just have some vlogging and that little story time segment. But yeah, I'm just gonna get Kailah home because she's almost asleep in her little buggy here. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. This would have been the perfect montage song, but YouTube's copyright restrictions said not today. Thank you very much.
Are you sleeping? I'm sorry. Little Missy. How was the walk? Did you enjoy yourself? This living room's a frickin' mess again. We gotta clean up all your toys. Mommy's gotta clean up all your toys. Hey, you just play around, have a good old time. Okay, I'm gonna get her in bed for her nap, and then I will get myself a little more presentable. Look at her little curls. They're so cute. I'm just gonna take little Missy's shoes off. Hey, cutie, you want some water? No. You don't want some water before you go nap? Your diaper is still dry. Hey, mommy just changed you, so you'll be fine until you wake up. You don't want any water, you turd? Why are you laughing? I'm trying to keep you hydrated. It's very important. What? I see your little belly. All jokes aside, let's have a sip. You know the #1 key to having good skin? Water. You'll learn that when you grow up. What? Does this make you laugh? Why are you hiding from me? Here, have a sip. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, you ready for bed? How about a little more? No? Okay, let's go to bed. Okay, I'll scoop you up. Oh, don't lean back like that. That's so bad for you. Oh, here we go. Okay, I won't put blankies on you because it's too hot. You have a good sleep? I love you. I'll see you in a little bit, okay? Good girl. I love you so much. Good night. Sleep tight. There, I just kind of did a half up, half down, messy French braid thing, center parted with a scrunchie. Just a quick out of my face hairdo, and I just washed my face and put a bit of moisturizer on, but I am not really ever in the mood to put makeup on, so I'm definitely not gonna do that. It's totally dairy-free and delicious. The chocolate, chai, coffee taste all just go really well together. I really like it. So if anyone else is bad at getting the proper amount of protein that they need in a day, you should make one of these. And the collagen too is really good. Now that I'm not breastfeeding and I'm obviously not taking prenatals anymore, I've just been taking like a multivitamin for women. This one I got from the local supplement store. And then I've also been taking these chlorophyll capsules. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen me post about these, I think last week. Everyone's been posting about that liquid chlorophyll that you can get, and you can just use droplets in your water. I personally just find it easier to take capsules. All the same benefits. It's a natural deodorizer, and honestly, after even 2 weeks of me taking it, I have been forgetting to put on deodorant lately, and I have been like working out, walking outside, and I do not have a scent anymore. That might sound really gross, but my sweat is like odorless completely. I smell myself, I don't smell like anything. So it really works for that. And then it's also really good just for cleansing your skin. I've noticed my skin has been super clear. Well, I typically have naturally clear skin, but I can tell my skin just feels more vibrant and bright and like I'm truly being cleansed. I take 2 chlorophyll capsules a day and then 2 of my multivitamins, and that's it. And then if I'm feeling extra healthy or whatever, I'll do a protein shake like I just showed you with my collagen in it. But I'll go ahead and take these, and then I'll go ahead and make a light lunch. For lunch, I'm just having some chicken and veggie dumplings, and then I just have this like sweet soy, almost teriyaki glaze on them with some green onion. I could honestly probably eat a full Costco size bag of them though, they're so good. You just have to like steam them really quickly because they're frozen obviously. I love Costco. As a little refreshing side, I just have some cucumber with some limes and tahini. Because I love cucumber. Hopefully I don't have any cuts on my hands. Oh, I do. Oh, kind of feels nice though. Is that weird? I like the pain. Sprinkle. Cheers. That is good. There's a little more. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my lunch, my coffee shake, and then I'm gonna go do some schoolwork. Kailah will probably wake up while I'm doing schoolwork. She went down at like, I think it was closer to like 11:15, 11:30. And it's 1:30 right now, so she's been sleeping for 2 hours and 15 minutes probably. She usually sleeps for like 3 hours, so we'll see how much studying I get done before she wakes up. Oh, you want to climb Mama? Can you say hi to everyone? Did you enjoy your lunch? Oh, that was a good burp. Okay, we are done lunchtime now, and it is now our kind of designated play hour. Kailah will just usually play until dinner time. Unless she's super tired and has a bad morning nap, then I'll put her down at around like 3:30 for a second nap, but it's not often that we do that, hey? And this is usually the time where we'd also go outside for a good long walk, but today it's been raining on and off, so unfortunately afternoon outdoors time is out of the books today. All those toys that mommy cleaned up are about to be all over the floor, aren't they? Yeah, they're gonna be everywhere, huh? Kailah, come show them your flamingo. Show them how you ride in your flamingo. Look at this sick ride. Are you gonna show them? Wow. Hold on to the handlebars. Hold on. Hold on. She's so confused. Hi, baby. Is that your birdie? It's your rocking horse or rocking flamingo. Whee! Oh, you want to get out already? You want to get out? Or do you want to stay in? You want to get out? Okay. You look so cute when you're inside of it though. I have my laptop and my little notes open here, so I'm gonna try to get in everything that I wanted to include in today's video. In the beginning, since Kailah was born, she had always slept on her own in her own bed. She had her own little bassinet until she was 6 months, and then after that she's been in her crib ever since. But we would notice that she was tired if she'd start rubbing her eyes or showing any of those signs, and we'd just put her to bed at a reasonable hour, and she wouldn't usually wake up until the morning time. As Kailah was being transitioned off of breast milk, we discovered that she had both a lactose intolerance and cow's milk protein allergy. So she had a bunch of tummy problems, poop problems, and sleep problems arise as a result of these allergies. And all of her symptoms have since subsided, but what did linger around for a little bit, was her sleeping problems. She actually started to wake up. Usually it would be about 2 hours after we'd first put her to bed, and we'd try our best to get her to go back to sleep, but it was almost as if every hour on the hour she would be standing and crying in her crib, signaling that something wasn't right and she was in a bit of discomfort. At this time, I was still in school. It was my winter semester, and I had to be on campus for a significant portion of that term. So when she wasn't sleeping, that meant that I also wasn't sleeping, and that was really not good for me, especially around my exams. So when it came to about 1 a.m., usually if she wasn't already sleeping by then, and if she was still fussing, I would just cave. I'd pick her up and I'd lie her in bed with me, and that was the one thing that was a for sure solution and guarantee that she would sleep through the night until the morning. So I essentially unsleep trained her, even though I never had to sleep train her in the beginning. And we got into this really nasty habit of co-sleeping for about a month, and I had to decide one day to just quit cold turkey and sleep train her. The whole process of sleep training for us took about 3 full nights. Before we get started, I thought it'd be helpful to let you guys know a couple sleep training essentials. Oh, is your hog stuck, baby? Want to take it for a ride? Just backwards. Oh. Okay. In terms of essentials for sleep training, I would say number 1 is a baby monitor with a camera and a monitor that you can both hear and see them on. Ours is actually a 2-way talking system too, so if I hold a button, I can talk and she'll hear me through the little camera as well. Aside from that, I would also say some form of self-soothing aid is also essential. For Kailah, she actually just sucks on her fingers because she doesn't take a pacifier anymore. She doesn't even suck on her thumb. For some reason, it's her fingers. That's how she self-soothes. But for other babies, this could mean having a little baby blanket or a little stuffed animal. Something that will help encourage them to soothe themselves and not need you to soothe them, something that they can do on their own, or at least something that'll encourage them to soothe themselves on their own. And then a couple of reminders before we get started. I would just say, most importantly, to stick to your sleep training routine, even for their naps throughout the day. Otherwise, you'll pretty much just be starting from the ground up every night. You wanna stay consistent no matter what time it is until the job's done. And then as always, be sure to consult your pediatrician in terms of anything related to your baby, including sleep training. That's what I did when I wanted to figure out the best approach in Kailah's doctor's opinion, knowing that he knows her habits and her sort of personality. Obviously, every baby is different, so there's not going to be any one foolproof way that'll work for all babies to have them sleep trained. And obviously, every baby will have a different sort of time frame in terms of how long it takes for them to be successfully sleep trained. But now that we have those out of the way, I guess we can
dive right in. In terms of the method that I used, I didn't really stick to any one method. I know that there's a couple popular ones, one being the cry it out method, and then two being the Ferber method. If you guys are unfamiliar with what those are, a quick Google search will fill you in. But what her pediatrician instructed me to do was essentially to just get her whole nighttime routine done at a consistent time frame and try to put her to bed at the same time every night to set up a bit of a routine. And then he instructed me that when it came time to tuck her in for the night, to just make sure that she has a clean diaper, she's not too hot, not too cold, and then just to tuck her in, give her a kiss goodnight, give her a last hug, and close the door and leave. Try not to linger around too much and just boogie on out of there as soon as possible. A baby monitor was a big plus, just to make sure that they are in fact okay without having to be in the room, so they can't see you physically anyways. We used the baby monitor to make sure she was doing all right, but we would not go back in the room unless she started crying. And her pediatrician instructed me that even if I did hear her start crying, to not go in for about 10 to 15 minutes. So to let her cry it out for that 10 to 15 minutes, and then I could go back in the room for no more than 2 minutes at a time. And he said that when I were to go back in the room, to avoid as much physical touch or contact as possible. Because basically if I ever got too close to her and if she was standing up there, she would just raise her arms at me and try to cue me to pick her up. So what I would do essentially is she would be standing on her crib rails and I would just sit facing her, and I would just mostly use verbal reassurance and say, you know, it's okay, Kailah. I would try to verbally encourage her to lie back down. She knows what the words lie down and nine mean, so she knew what time it was. It was just more of a game of chicken, and she had to just kind of realize that I wasn't gonna cave and pick her up, so she should just lie back down and go to bed, sort of thing. So after being in the room for 2 minutes and doing that verbal reassurance, I would leave the room again, and if she cried, I would not go in for another 10 or 15 minutes. It's a bit of a repetitive cycle of having that 10 out of the room, 2 in, and it was really hard because obviously you have to hear them cry quite a bit, but you just have to know that they're gonna be okay, and essentially they just are mad because they're not getting what they want, i.e. to be picked up and or to be put in bed with you. Her pediatrician instructed me that I should not let her cry to the point where she starts vomiting. That can be quite typical with sleep training with some babies. If they get super distraught or out of sorts, and if they're super stubborn, they can just get themselves in such a tizzy that it triggers them to puke. Luckily with Kailah, it never got to that point. When it did get to the point where I thought that maybe she might puke because she seemed super upset, I would then just give her a bit more of physical contact. I would lie her back down and just rub her back and try my best to calm her down, but most of the time in the beginning it wouldn't do much. It was something, but it wasn't much. But regardless, after that 2-minute timer went off, I'd be back on out of there. The first night, that whole 10 minutes out of the room, 2 minutes in the room cycle continued for about 3 hours before the last time she stayed down. I left the room and she didn't get up. She was still awake, but she was just sucking her fingers, and she just, I guess, was at the point of exhaustion where she finally caved and just closed her eyes and slept until the morning time. Each night afterwards, we did that whole on and off cycle, and the crying lasted for less and less time. The second night, that whole in and out cycle lasted a little bit over 2 hours instead of 3 like the first night, and she did start sucking her fingers almost routinely as a sort of self-soothing method. And by the third night, once I put her to bed and tucked her in that first time, she initially just started sucking her fingers and she went to bed, and when I left the room she never cried and she didn't wake up until the morning time. So really it just came down to really sticking to my guns and making sure she was okay, obviously, but just not caving. Like I said, don't let them cry to the point where they start vomiting or anything, but they're gonna be okay. They'll get through it. And if anything, you're helping them, because the sooner you sleep train them and get them okay with going to bed on their own independently, the easier of a time you're gonna have when they're like in that terrible 2 stage, or even into their later toddler stages, like 3 and onward. So I am all for sleep training. It worked well for us. We haven't had any problems since. Now the only times she wakes up through the night are when she has either a pee or a poo in her diaper, or if she's too hot or too cold, or if she was teething really bad and I had to give her some Tylenol. But aside from that, match. She sleeps through the night on her own fine, and I can go in and out of the room because we still share a room, and it doesn't bug her. She doesn't budge. She doesn't even roll over or wake up. I can just do as I please, coming in and out if I need to. We still use her baby monitor, of course. I always like to use that, especially if I'm like hopping in the shower while she's in bed. I'll put her little baby monitor screen on the countertop to make sure she's okay. What are you doing? Oh, are you okay? That was your noggin. Baby, no somersaults. Oh my god. She's so crazy, you guys. I'm sure this is super distracting for you guys to listen to me with her running around in the background. But my little sister, she's 16 years old. She started a job at a baby gymnastics facility, and she started tipping Kailah upside down and doing the exercises that they do. And she is such a freaking daredevil now. Like, she loves to be tipped upside down. She does what she just did and tries to use her chair as a mat to do a somersault on. We do somersaults with her also. Like, she'll get in the position on her own and wait for us to fold her over. So she is quite the rambunctious little one. Hey, baby? But that's pretty much it in terms of sleep training and how it went for us. Thank you guys so much for watching this rather hectic video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell button to get notified every time we post a brand new video. Next week, we'll be posting our easy toddler meals, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, I know you gotta poo-poo, but we gotta go. So until then,